So Tai Tuivasa lost. He lost. Tai Tuivasa lost. He's now what? Cyril Gane loss. Sergey Pavlovich loss. Alexander Volkov loss. Marcin Tybura loss. This is where we've gotten to. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 win streak. Now a 4-fight losing streak. I meant win streak before. I just want to talk a little bit about the loss. What's next for Tai? And then I'm going to break down the card a little bit from the fights I watched. So, to start straight away at the main event. Tai Tuivasa versus Marcin Tybura. Tough watch. Tough watch. I didn't expect Tai Tuivasa to lose this fight. Like other fights, Volkov, I thought he's probably going to lose. Pavlovich, I thought he's probably going to lose. Cyril Gane, I thought he's probably going to lose. But I thought this is the one. This is the one he can win. And he didn't. You know, you hear what I'm saying? He didn't win. So fight went like this. They were on the feet. Tai was doing good, but he was getting himself up in the clinch a lot. But he was landing good shots. He landed elbows in the clinch. I think he cut Marcin up a little bit. And God, Marcin's fucking ugly. I couldn't stand looking at his face after he won. Now, all respect to Marcin, but I'm just being honest. I like Marcin as a bloke. He seems a very nice guy, but I just couldn't stand looking at him after he beat our man Tai. So they're in the clinch. Elbows, nice shots from Tai. Then Marcin gets the takedown and Tai just can't get back up. He almost gets back up. I think he gets back up and gets taken down again. Then he gets his back taken. Then he gets choked. Goes on for about 30 seconds. He's in this choke. He's breathing. He's doing well. But then the ref gets Marcin off him. Waves it. I don't know if it was out, but I think it was a fair call. So I'm not going to say like, oh, it wasn't a fair call, because I do think it was. Would have I liked more time for Tai? Yes. But would have it changed much? Probably not. Tai was looking so good too. He was looking so good. He was looking so good, and then he just got taken down, doesn't know how to get back up. His ground game, non-existent. It's non-existent. Once he gets down, he can't get back up, and that was something I was worried, but I thought he'd be able to deal with it. He's had this training camp. He'll be able to defend the takedowns. He'll be able to get back up if he has to, and he'll be able to sleep Marcin Tybura in the first round when Marcin Tybura subs him. No fun in the heavyweight division. Marcin Tybura, nobody gives a fuck about him. Really. Maybe he has some fans from that region, but nobody really cares about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's like, oh, Marcin Tybura fight, get excited. People go, Tai Tuivasa, oh, we might get a sweet knockout. Nobody's saying that for Marcin Tybura. Unless, like, you're from his local town or something, or you know him or something like that. But Tai Tuivasa loses. That's 4 fights lost in a row. As I said, Cyril Gane in 2022, Sergey Pavlovich in 2022, Alexander Volkov in 2023, and now Marcin Tybura in 2024. I see some people saying he's going to get cut. I don't believe he'll get cut just because he's such a big star. And his 4-fight losing streak, they need to get him a win, which I believe that they will try and do here. But they're not going to cut him. Look at Tony Ferguson, for instance. If you think Ty's going to get cut, just look at Tony Ferguson, fan favourite. They can't just cut him because they're a big name. You know, I think when you're a fan favourite, you need to at least lose 6 or retire off your own back to get cut. But I'm going to talk a bit about next matchup for him, just while we're on the topic. Got to go next matchup for him. So you look at the rankings. He's 9. He's probably going to be 10 or 11. I'm going to say I'm thinking Rosenstrike next. I think that's a good, fun matchup for the fans. Rosenstrike coming off a win. I don't know if he's coming off 2 wins or 1 win, but Rosenstrike's coming off a win. I think that's a good fight, striker versus striker, and if Tai loses that fight, it's like, well, he's done. You can't beat grapplers. He can't beat strikers. He's done. Another second matchup is Alexander Romanov, but he knows how to grapple. I don't like that fight. Or Rodrigo Nascimento, but he sort of knows how to grapple too. He needs Jairzinho Rozenstruik. That is the fight to make. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Tai Tuivasa. It's a fun fight, 2 on paper. One people will be excited for, and I think it makes sense. Although I do think, to be fair, he should have to fight further down the rankings because he will only be probably 1 spot above Jairzinho Rozenstruik, or he'll be 1 spot below him. But I do think that's a fun little fight to make if they both want to take it. That's all I have to say for that fight. That is all I have to say. It's devastating. I'm devastated. I didn't expect that to happen, especially not in the first round. I knew it was a possibility to lose, but just to get choked out like that in the first round, didn't see it coming. I'm not going to lie to you. Moving on to the co-main event, Bryan Battle, Ange Loosa. I just want to quickly talk about the fights I did see, which was from Gerald Meerschaer onwards, because the card started at like 7 o'clock my time, and I ain't waking up at 7 o'clock for this card. I will watch it eventually, but I ain't watching it yet. Like, I ain't going to go back and watch these fights just for the fun of it. Bryan Battle versus Ange Loosa. Bryan Battle was looking good. He was piecing Ange Loosa up. I do agree Bryan Battle's angriness at the end. If you did see, Bryan Battle got angry at the end because it was like a head clash then eye poke, but it was mainly eye poke, and Ange Loosa was saying he couldn't see, but I think he just wanted a way out, and so did Bryan Battle. So Bryan Battle said to him, like, you're a pussy for that. You're a pussy for giving up. And Ange Loosa was like, I kill you, I fucking kill you. And it's like, you're getting pieced up, mate. Like, you're getting fucking pieced up, brother. Like, Bryan Battle would have won that fight. I reckon he was on his way to a KO win. Ange Loosa was looking for a way out, I do believe. Ended up being a no contest. Sucks for Bryan Battle, honestly does. But he shouldn't have poked him in the eye. I know it wasn't on purpose, but if he was more careful, he could have won by KO. But Ange Loosa wanted a way out, in my opinion, and he got it. Bryan Battle was pissed off, and he should be. I don't blame him. Next fight, Ovince Saint Preux versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Now, I gave Ovince Saint Preux no respect. I said in my picks, I said, this is going to be the death of Ovince Saint Preux. Say you have prayers for him. Say goodbye to him. He's going to get knocked out in the first round. I even had a bet. Kennedy Nzechukwu first round KO, and it didn't hit. Ovince Saint Preux won the fucking fight. It is not a split. Ovince Saint Preux won that fight. He was piecing Kennedy up, and I'm somebody who doubted Ovince Saint Preux heavy, and I'll admit it. He was piecing Kennedy Nzechukwu up. Kennedy Nzechukwu looked terrible except third round when Ovince Saint Preux started to gas, but even then he still couldn't finish him. Kennedy Nzechukwu, what the fuck are you doing? Credit to Ovince Saint Preux. I ain't taking anything away from Ovince Saint Preux saying Kennedy Nzechukwu was trash, because Ovince Saint Preux was fucking him up. Kennedy Nzechukwu bet, what's his name? Carlos Ulberg. And Ovince Saint Preux beats him. Ovince Saint Preux, respect to the guy. Keep him around. I said this old fella just needs to retire. I was fucking wrong. I'm sorry, Ovince Saint Preux. I am sorry. I'm very sorry. Going down to Christian Rodriguez versus Isaac Dulgarian. Robbery. But I'm happy. It's a type of robbery you're happy about. I got me pick right. I actually did get it right. Dead right. Except I expected him to start taking over a little bit earlier. These were my notes. Dulgarian got him down early. He did. He was very pressure, grappling, heavy, chaining wrestling beautifully. He's like Khamzat in that first round. That's comparable, except maybe not as much of a finisher, but maybe he is. He's sort of like Khamzat in the first round. He sort of fights like Khamzat. He gets him down, grappling, heavy style first round. Tries it again the second, doesn't work out as much. Tries it in the third, gassed, sort of starts losing the fight. Basically Khamzat Chimaev. But Isaac Dulgarian was doing good work in the first round. He nearly got a mad submission. I was writing this live and I wrote he did get a mad submission. No, I actually said he has a mad submission grappling game. Never mind. I said Dulgarian has a mad submission grappling game. Said dominated first round. I gave it 10-9, but arguably 10-8. Like, I wouldn't be annoyed by a 10-8. That was fucking dominant ass round. Rodriguez looked better on the feet in the second round. Threw a flying knee, got himself taken down like a fucking idiot. He kept going for that flying knee, and it was a devastating strike. Could have been a knockout strike if it landed properly, but it just got him right down into takedown range and got him taken down. He did it twice, I think, and both times he got taken down off it. Said knees from Rodriguez were on point. He was landing nice knees. He landed 2 knees in that round to the head that were thudding shots. And I'll speak about that a little bit more in a minute. Said Dulgarian just followed him through to each position. Rodriguez landed good shots on the feet, but Dulgarian got hands on him again, took him down, and started to gas towards the end of the round. I gave that round to Dulgarian too, 10-9, but 2 judges gave it Rodriguez 10-9. I disagree, but he did do the more damage arguably. So if we're going strictly off that, like the rules should be, they don't do it for any other fucking fight, but they seem to be doing it for this fight, then I do sort of agree. But he was ragdolling him. You got to keep that in mind. And 3rd round, fucking Dulgarian was just gassed. He was gassed. He had nothing left, and that's what I said. I said, this guy's never went past the 1st round. What's he going to look like when it hits that 3rd round? He looked gassed as fuck. Christian Rodriguez picking up the pace, landing nice shots. Isaac Dulgarian, sloppy, tired. The body kick from Rodriguez was nice. Like, Dulgarian was on the ground, like, hunched over on his hands and knees. And fucking Rodriguez planted a body shot right to his body. That was pretty sick. And then I thought Rodriguez was going to get the finish. He had his back. He was flattening him out. But he just didn't have the power himself. He was sort of gassed himself from defending all the grappling exchanges. So he couldn't get the finish. He kept going. He was going for a sub as well. Couldn't get it in. And I said it was a bit of a robbery. I scored it as a draw. Not sure how he got round 2. Because I did give round 3 a 10-8 for Rodriguez. Because he was dominant that whole round. He was nearly finishing him in moments. Like, close to finishing him. He nearly had submissions. So I gave him that last round, 10-8. So if you don't score the first round of 10-8, which I'm 50-50 on, you could score it a 10-8. If that first round scored 10-8 on my scorecard, Dulgarian's winning. But if I was going 10-9, which I'd have to rewatch it, I'm saying it was a draw. Because otherwise, Dulgarian wins it. So it was a robbery in that respect, but I could see how it went that way. Next fight, Pannie Kianzad versus Macy Chiasson. Fuck this fight. Macy Chiasson, round 1 sub. Fuck her. Not giving her any credit. Hate her. Despise her. Hope she gets chinned. What's she even ranked? I don't really care. What's she ranked? I don't care. But I am going to look anyway. Macy Chiasson. Well, she'd be ranked... Yeah, she'd be ranked like 5 now. Feed her 2. She'd probably beat most people on this fucking list. Barberena Silva might be able to sub her ass up because all she does is hold up against a fucking fence. I'm talking about Macy Chiasson. All she does is hold up against the fence. Fucking Barberena Silva, just sub her, mate. But Macy Chiasson was getting fucking... This is what I mean. She's so shit. Total strikes, 5. She landed 5 strikes out of 11. Pannie Kianzad, 29 out of 35. She's like, fuck it. All she does is clinch up against the fence. Don't care anymore. Gerald Meerschaer, the GOAT. The GOAT. This is a positive note to end this video on. Gerald Meerschaer got the submission win over Bryan Barberena in round 2. And I think I might have perfectly predicted this fight. I think I said round 2 sub or round 3 sub. But I think I said round 2 sub. And I might have even said rear naked choke. And that's what he got, I'm pretty sure. Like a rear naked choke. If I got that right, credit to me. Bryan Barberena is just fucking shit. Like, he's good when he's versing strikers because he makes it a dogfight. And he does land pretty powerful shots. He landed a few on Gerald Meerschaer in this fight. But when they mix in takedowns, he's just dog shit. Going back to the Tai fight. I'm not going to say Tai's dog shit because love you, Tai. But Bryan Barberena can't defend takedowns. Just gets subbed up by Gerald Meerschaer, the GOAT. I mean, he's versing a GOAT. So... what can you say? Like, most people would lose to Gerald Meerschaer because he's just that good. But, yeah, Bryan Barberena did not look good in that fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets cut, if he loses another one, to be honest. Just going with prelims, I haven't actually watched these yet. But Mike Davis, I'm going to watch that fight back for sure. I did have Mike Davis by, I think I said decision. He gets a sub in round 2. Chelsea Chandler got a decision win. Predicted that. I predicted it. As a dog, I don't know how dominant it was. How dominant was it? What was the scorecards for that fight? Going over stats, it was pretty... 2 out of 2 takedowns, 58 strikes, significant strikes to 47, 100 total strikes to Joanne Nunes, 49 strikes, no knockdowns. Have to rewatch that fight too, just out of interest. Jaffiel Fieldhouse subs up O'Day Osborne. Predicted that. Danny Silva wins over Joshi Kleber. What's going on with the Aussies this fight? This fight card. They both lost. Fair play. And Corin McKenna lost by submission in round 1. That's a surprise to me. I have to watch it. Thiago Moises KO against Mitch Ramirez. I thought Mitch Ramirez was a good dog, but I was wrong. Chara, I had Chara against Chad. He loses by decision. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. As always, have a good one and take care. Put a L in the comments for fucking Tai Tuivasa. Or an F in the chat, like. Tai, don't lose again, please. Come back against fucking Jairzinho Rosenstrike and knock him out. Have a good one.
Give me 5 minutes, I'ma pull up with like 5 niggas.